Hi Art Snapper! So I'm Gigi Chen and welcome to my studio. This is where I make all the magic happen. Thanks for having me on your site. It's very exciting. I hope everybody downloads the Art Snapper app. So here we are. I'm going to start off with some work that I have been working on for the last couple of years. And yeah, I've been doing this for a while. You know, I have a degree in traditional animation from the School of Visual Arts. And when I left school, I decided I didn't want to be an animator. So I have been painting like crazy for the past 7 or 8 years since I've been out of college. So let me show you guys around my studio. This is where I've neatened it up a little bit. So let me show you some work that I have been, a new series of work that I have been working on basically for the last couple of years. This is the first panel in a series of work that I'm doing called Robot Bunnies. As you see, these little robot bunnies that I designed. It's basically about the story, and it's a continuing story. I'm still working on it. I have about 5 panels. It's basically about a story about this couple that gets this big shipment of robot bunnies. And she's saying, hey, look what I have. I have this cute little rabbit for you. And as they've been unpacking everything, they actually realize that one of them is real. This painting is called The Touch. It's like when they first discover and they go, holy cow, one of these guys, they're real. Like, what are we gonna do about it? And so as the paintings progress and as the story goes along, their idea, now their job is to contend with this new life form that's in their house, this robot bunny. And he's not really a pet. And he's kind of like their friend, but he's kind of part of the family now, and they've been trying to contend with what to do with him because he's taken their stuff. He's destroying their apartment. And so right now, it's very much, these paintings are very much a part of an ongoing series that is kind of a metaphor for me, which is a long story. I come from an immigrant family, and in this strange Chinese immigrant family, I'm an artist. And I feel constantly as though, you know, with my work, this work is about how do you be kind of the strange one in the family. Now. So I grew up in New York City. I actually grew up in Queens, in Woodhaven, Queens, and I went to very normal, regular schools. I was very good at school. Got a lot of good grades, but then I discovered art when I was 11 years old. And it's been basically the only thing I've ever wanted to do. I drew and I drew and I drew, and I knew at 11 years old that it was the only thing I wanted to do, actually. So these are a brand new series of drawings that I'm doing called Pretty Cute. And they are all beautiful and romantic, and they all have women, and they are all about the beauty and the romanticism and the lightness of love. They were actually inspired by the previous set of work that I did called The Birds and the Bees. So you'll see a lot of very similar symbolism with the bees, and occasionally we throw in some robot bunnies. So all the work has women. These are all friends of mine. They all came up to model. And I really was very inspired by the painter John Singer Sargent. He painted these beautiful society women. He was a turn of the century, very famous portrait painter. And he painted all these beautiful rich royalty and the rich society people. And he painted them, you know, in those large ball gowns. And I was basically very inspired by the beauty of the women in his paintings. So a lot of the work follows those motifs of you know, being fancy, has the windows, the light, and they are all about, you know, just the solitary beauty and the quiet of love and relationships.